Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on this box here. Just the box, like it's just on the box. As you can see, I haven't even opened it yet, but you know, we'll just do it. Anyways, if you couldn't tell by the side of the box, today's video is gonna be on the new JUVIA'S Place shade sticks. So, let me just try not to like cut my finger or anything like that. Probably should have opened this earlier, but I didn't. I am not the most elegant when it comes to opening anything at all. Now that I got the box out of the way, this is the new JUVIA'S Place shade sticks. So I got the shade Lima. I don't remember if this, I believe this shade was in the other foundation too. I know a lot of them are the same or very similar, and then there's also some new shades that are different from the two foundation lines. But this is the box. Their packaging is always so beautiful and very colorful. It's just, I love the color combination between the two colors, like the more blue and then the more like coral color. It's super pretty. Alright, and then this does retail for $16, and then this is the outside of it. They're pretty. I always love the foil writing. Every product should have it. Like literally every product needs foil writing, period. Okay, so like I said, this is the shade Lima. I have no idea if this is gonna be the right shade for me or not. This is so weird because in here it's like shiny and then also like some spots look dry or something. I don't know, that's interesting. So this is what it looks like. Hopefully I got the right shade. So yes, it retails for $16. How much product do you get in here? 0.34 ounces. So formulated to feel like skin, our shade stick is a weightless multi-purpose formula that glides on seamlessly to cover imperfections while giving full definition to the face. This full coverage formula is infused with shea butter and oil controlling ingredients to aid in a long wear time and while providing radiance to skin. Every time I read stuff like this, I feel like I'm reading like when you're back in like I'm back in elementary school and I'm reading to the class again. And so yeah, that is all of the stuff on there. Hopefully I got the right shade. I don't remember the shade that I had for the other foundation, but okay, so I already have my skin primed. We're just gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna not apply it like that because I'd probably break it. Okay. I really hope this is the right shade. Like, I really hope this is the right shade. Well, we'll see how this goes. Alright, so I think I'm gonna do a sponge on this side and then a brush on the other side. Okay, so not super full coverage. We'll see how everything builds up. I'm just going to keep applying it. I don't know what way I want to put this on. I'm a mess. Honestly, I don't have like a way of doing this because I think I've only used like one foundation stick ever. Alright, so that's basically like one layer on this side of my face. This is the other side. So not a super full coverage, but it doesn't look bad so far. Honestly, kind of not wanting to apply this with a brush, but we'll see. Alright, and a brush. brush side versus the sponge side. So obviously the sponge side is definitely a lot more natural looking. I feel like I definitely got a more fuller coverage out of the brush side. So far I'm definitely liking the brush side better, which is kind of surprising because normally I like to apply my makeup with a sponge. So now I'm just adding more, just because I feel like this just isn't the amount of coverage I want right now. Alright, so hopefully this is enough. And then I think I'm just gonna buff this out with a brush on both sides now, because I do much prefer the brush. At least for the amount of coverage that you're getting. Maybe I like, Now I'm torn. I probably shouldn't have done that. Now I'm having like a little bit of regret doing the rest of the application with the brush, so I'm kind of just patting it out with the sponge now. I'm all over the place today, and apparently I cannot make up my mind. This may actually be too light for me too, but it might have a lot to do with the light. I do have the ring light on right now, and sometimes when I do the ring light and the window, it blows my skin out a little too much. But earlier it just didn't seem like the window light, like the natural light, was gonna be enough. So far I'm not really liking this that much. Unless it's like my application, which of course it could be. It just looks like I don't have foundation on some parts, and then some parts it just looks like it's kind of like, I don't know, some parts it just looks like it's not like meshing with my skin that well. Like my nose, I feel like my nose is going to be an issue throughout the day. I'm probably going to lose majority of the foundation on there, and it's going to look really cakey. That's just kind of how it's looking so far, like right now. I don't know, I'm torn because in the mirror it doesn't, I don't know, it kind of feels like it's making my skin look dry. And that it like, I mean, I guess it doesn't really look that way on camera, but looking at it here, that's kind of what it looks like. Like, I don't know. Maybe I should have just stuck with doing the application one way on each side rather than trying to, like, I ended up just doing all of the brush. Maybe I should have just stuck with the sponge. I don't know. This is what it's looking like so far. Honestly, I still have a lot of redness and stuff poking through. I mean, I could keep sitting here and trying to build it up, but I feel like the more foundation that I'm going to add to this, the more I'm probably not going to like it. So this is what it looks like with my ring light off. I don't know. It definitely is giving me more of the natural looking skin, like, vibe than it is like a full coverage. I don't know. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I think I'm just gonna do a wear test for you guys. So after I finish the rest of my makeup, I'm not gonna check in or anything, but I will check in throughout the day to kind of, or I might not, okay, hold on. I might not actually check in throughout the day, but I will do like an end of the day thing where I've worn this for like 8 hours or however long, and then show you guys what everything looks like. I might not actually do like an end of the day sort of thing. From here right now, it doesn't look that bad. It just looks like there's like nothing on my nose. I can kind of, I'm just gonna take a little bit on the sponge and just try to add it that way. And then I'm just adding a little bit more of the product to to the areas that I think might need it. I don't know. That's just all I have to say so far. I just, like, part of me doesn't like it, but part of me doesn't think it looks bad. But I like, so far, I like the other foundation better. That's what we're going to say about this one. But I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup, and then I will check back in at the end of the day and show you guys what everything is looking like, and then I will talk about how I'm feeling. Alright, we will see you guys later. Okay, so this is at about, let's see, let me figure this out. About 10 hours wear. This is what we got. I'm just letting it sink in. I'll zoom you guys in, and then I guess I'll just talk about how I feel about it. So obviously, definitely my forehead is a mess. Every other oily spot in here is a mess. This is a mess, and you just can't really see it as bad as it actually is on camera. But when I took my lunch today, so I was only wearing it for about 4 or 5 hours, my whole nose was just an oil pit. Like, and yes, I do have, that is one of my oily spots, but it was bad, like really bad. And I didn't do any touch-ups on this. I didn't blot or anything like that for any of my foundation reviews. I just don't do that because I feel like it's not fair, like it's not a true representation of how it actually wears throughout the day. So this is it. Okay, well, I'll just show you guys really fast. So that's how everything is looking. I don't know, my first impressions on this is that I don't want to use this again. Like, I don't even feel like working with it. That's how much I'm not really liking how this is looking. I kind of looked at myself a couple times today, like in the mirror, and then like I took a couple selfies earlier, and I felt like this foundation ages me. Like, it just didn't feel like it looked very hydrating on the skin. Like, obviously, yes, my oil's going, like, popping through it, but before all of this, it felt very dry, and like it just did nothing for my skin. Like, it was very light coverage. I probably could have added more, but honestly, I feel like if I added more than what I did, it would have been an even hotter mess than what it is now. It just felt like it just did nothing for my skin. It was not, and by nothing I mean it just didn't look good, period. Like, it looked okay earlier, but I was trying to figure out like what was off with it, and it really, I don't know, the formula just feels very dry to me. Like, going on my hand right now, it doesn't feel that bad, but when it was on my face, it felt very dry. It just felt like you could tell that I was wearing foundation, and it was weird because like you could tell that I was wearing foundation, but you could still see a lot of my problem areas, and like even with concealer on it later, it still like looked not good. Like, I don't know, I had really high hopes for this thing because I actually did like their first foundation that they came out with. I did get the wrong shade, so I don't wear that foundation because it wasn't the right shade. But, I mean, in the winter months, it might change for me and I might be able to wear it. I might even be able to wear it now. But, you know, I had high hopes because I really liked the concealer and the other foundation. And I don't like this. Like, I don't know what their return policy is, but, like, I almost wanted to be like, can you just take it? Like, you don't even have to give me my money. I don't know. I don't know. I should keep working with it just to see if my opinions change. But right now, and instead of just keeping talking about it, I just didn't like the way that it looked, period. And it doesn't wear very nicely either. Of course, you can always, you know, that's just, I'm not even going to keep talking. It's just, that's how I feel about it. Yeah. If you guys have tried this foundation already, let me know your thoughts. Or if you are going to buy it and you end up having a different experience with it, let me know. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We'll see you next time.